Hey everyone, my name is Dylan, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a cheap camera with a really cheap light look good. So anyways, I'm shooting on the Panasonic G7, a camera that released back in 2015, and I still think it has fantastic image quality if you know how to use it. I'm also using a budget lens as well, the Panasonic 25mm f1.7. It's one of the most popular lenses you can get for the Micro Four Thirds system due to its cost as well as its value for money and great image quality. So I'm basically going to be showing you guys how to basically go from this horrible image to something more respectable like this. To this. So anyways, where do we begin? Well, so first of all, you're probably noticing that the audio is absolutely atrocious. So basically I'm just going to plug in a cheap little mic that doesn't cost too much, but is pretty fantastic for the money. The Deity D4 Mini. We'll be plugging this thing straight into the G7 here, and we're going to listen to basically the difference that this makes. Alright, the audio should be a lot better. I have the mic around a foot away from my mouth, probably a little less than that, probably half a foot. I'm not too sure, but it's pretty close to my mouth, and it should be sounding a lot better. So, first of all, fix the audio, it's sounding pretty good. So next, let's start messing around with some settings in the camera, because obviously this is looking really terrible right now. My camera's currently set to 6400 ISO. So what you want to do, especially on Micro Four Thirds cameras, is essentially put the ISO as low as possible, because if you push it too much, the image is going to completely fall apart. So let's first of all change the ISO. So let's bring it down from 6400 to something more reasonable like 200. Okay, I am now at 200 ISO, so I'm now completely in the dark. And now since I'm down at 200 ISO, we now have to compensate our aperture. So with the 25mm f1.7, we can go all the way down to f1.7. The lower the number, the faster the lens. So I'm currently at f18, so let's bring this down to 1.7. Okay, I'm now at f1.7, so you should notice now the background is softer. We actually have some background separation. That looks pretty good. Also, when you're recording video, make sure you double your shutter speed when you're recording. So for 24 frames per second, we'd shoot at 50 shutter speed so that the motion blur looks natural and not super skivvy. It also allows a little bit more light to be put into your camera. Just a quick little tip. So now, let's fix the white balance, because the light I'm currently using is not whatever this white balance is. I'm pretty sure this is like 3400 Kelvin. This is around 5600 Kelvin, so we're going to use a simple gray card with the white side on the back. We're basically going to use this to correct the white balance. To do this, you go to your white balance and do the quick set, and then just take a snapshot and it should work. Okay, the white balance is now set, so this should be correct, and the skin tones and all the colors look accurate. So already with even all these simple changes, this looks so much better, but it could look even better if we make the light softer. So it depends on what you're actually going for. You know, some people may actually like the harsh look on your face, but in this circumstance, I think a softer light would look better. So with this whole lighting setup, essentially this is using a really cheap little light by Weeylite. It's a Viltrox company that creates budget video lights, and in this case I'm using this really cheap small RGB light, but it's really color accurate. It's set at 5600 Kelvin. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to take this little sort of diffusion umbrella and mount it onto the umbrella bracket on this light stand. I can actually link you guys some light stands in the description and the umbrella bracket. So essentially we're just going to put this umbrella onto the umbrella bracket, and basically this will just diffuse the image and just make the shot look a whole lot better. So let's put that on there. Alright, so now the light is diffused, and as you guys can see when I pull a finger up to my face, it's a lot less harsh, and the shadows are much less harsh on my face, and it sort of wraps around a little bit instead of, you know, having these really harsh stops on your face. So honestly, at this point, you're probably good. But with my current setup, I have a softbox over here, so I'm just going to turn that on at a low brightness to 1%. Okay, so that's on, so it's adding a little bit of fill on this side, as well as a little hair sort of kicker light that basically just separates you from the background. So it looks like this. Does this look pretty good? I think so. It looks pretty awesome to me. So yeah, I'm gonna basically also turn on a little color light back here. Change it to blue. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And voila. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the whole setup. How do you guys feel about it? I'm currently using the natural picture profile on this camera. If you guys are curious what picture profile I'm using on my Panasonic camera. Yeah, here we are. This is the final image, and I think that's a pretty massive improvement, don't you guys think? And for a cheap little camera that you can get less than $200 or $300 at this point, you cannot go wrong with this combo. It's amazing. The Micro Four Thirds system is super amazing because essentially you have all this fantastic variety of lenses made specifically for the system, and you also have the Canon EF system or Nikon system, and adapt them with speed boosters, and you just have a lot of versatility with the Micro Four Thirds system, and that's why I really like it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this was any use to you all, drop a like and put a comment down below telling me, you know, if this was useful or not. And if you want to see some more videos like this in the future, if you want to see some other sort of filmmaking stuff or whatever, just leave it down in the comments. You know, I'm excited to do more of this stuff. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great day, and peace out, everybody.